This is a quick review of the Zemismart LED downlights. I've got about 13 of these set up in my house and they cost about 22 USD either from AliExpress or direct from the seller store. I pretty much bought these because the layout of my house was actually really confusing in terms of the lighting switches, and so I thought that these smart lights would actually simplify that problem. So these lights connect directly to Alexa as well as Google Home. And you can see I've got my Google Home here, just waiting for a command to be done. And so you can say commands like, "Hey Google, turn off downstairs lights." And that should turn all the lights off.
Turning 13 lights off.
So the reason why it's all turned off by itself is because I've synchronized it all to the Google Home app. And I've created a room which will then include all those 13 lights. So the Zemismart product will look virtually identical to this, except that it's all white. You'll have a choice between the power plugs, whether you're in Australia like I am, or whether you're in the US, you'll be able to choose your different plug, which then actually connects into this port here, and you just need to plug it into the terminals inside. So once you've done that, you can just take out your original downlights and then plug it in and you should be good to go. So I've had these for about a year now and they've worked flawlessly. I've been pretty happy with the result. Haven't really had any issues. If there was any issues, it was to do with the Google Home, not being able to register my voice properly. But you can easily solve that with some of the newer Google Homes as well as the upgraded versions as well. So you can also do other commands like changing the lights to green, red, or whatever color you can think about. But you also have the app to also control each of these lights individually, remotely from anywhere in the world. So now I'll show you the app that this Zemismart light uses. It uses this app called Smart Life, and you'll notice that a lot of Chinese manufacturers use this app, which is actually a big bonus just because that you only need to manage one app for all these Chinese devices. So we will go into Smart Life here, and I'll just go back to the main menu. And you can see here, I've got a whole list of different devices that I've set up. And you can also see that I've set up a few rooms for the living room as well as the dining table. And you can control each of these individually one by one. So I'm just turning them on and off. You can then go into each individual light and you can turn it on and off by touching the light bulb. You can also change the color as well as the saturation and brightness. You can also change some scenes, which basically just change the lights into different sequences and colors. You can also set schedules. You can also kind of create like recipes, kind of like IFT. So surprisingly, they actually do maintain the firmware of each of these devices. So you will be able to update the firmware on each of these lights when they push updates as well. So now I've just set each of the 13 lights with a different color. You can see one here that's actually changing colors, and it is changing the colors smoothly in a gradient rather than harsh changes. So here we've got a yellow light here, a white light, two white lights here as well. One that's more of a warmer white, and then one that's more of a bluer white. So overall, these lights I've really enjoyed over the last year, so I would definitely recommend it, especially for the price that you pay. Hey Google, change downstairs lights to white.
Okay, changing 13 lights to white.
Hey Google, turn on downstairs lights.
Sure, turning on 13 lights.
Hey Google, change downstairs lights to green.
Okay, changing 13 lights to green.
Hey Google, turn off downstairs lights.
Sure, turning 13 lights off.